Hey guys, welcome back to TWIG. We're going to talk this week about what went down at the WGC Mexico. We got the bear trap this week, right? The Honda.
Yep.
And we have mail time, which means we got a giveaway. It's our biggest giveaway ever on TWIG. Look at this thing. Stay tuned. You guys are going to see how you can win that, like I said, as part of a really fun mail time we did.
Yeah, we had fun with that.
Guys, this episode of TWIG is sponsored by 5 Iron Golf, the indoor golf and entertainment venue that has everyone talking. And we're happy to announce, we've been talking about it a little bit here, but we've got a date. Our Philadelphia meetup is going to be happening at 5 Iron Golf on April 3rd. And as part of that meetup, speaking of giveaways, one lucky person is going to win a custom driver fitting experience in their fitting lab.
How awesome is that?
How cool is that? And their fitting lab features Trackman lesson studios and experienced teaching professionals. So if you guys want to go down there, get a fitting, get a lesson, make sure you mention Golficity. You get 10% off just for being a listener of TWIG. And 5 Iron Golf also has leagues, club storage, showers, complimentary clubs to use during booking. Not to mention they've got their state-of-the-art chef menu, chef-inspired menu, state-of-the-art simulators. I'm excited to try the food at the Philadelphia. Location. We had it in New York. It was fire.
We did. So I'm sure it's just as good out there.
They got a full bar. They got locations in New York. Cheesesteaks, that's right. Chicago, Philly, Baltimore. Plenty to explore at the 5 Iron location near you, so make sure you check it out. And also, go to golficity.com/Philly to grab your spot for our Philly meetup. That's April 3rd. And although tickets are free, spots are limited.
That's right.
It's limited to about 75 people, I think. And I think we've already got 55 tickets sold. So there's going to be a few spots left.
About to close it down.
Grab them. Grab them before it's too late because we're going to have a lot of fun in Philly in a couple weeks.
I can't wait.
That's going to be fun.
It's a Friday night, too.
Friday night, yeah.
Yeah, no excuses,
It's a great hangout spot. It's going to be terrific. All right, talking about the WGC. Patrick Reed. Little redemption, huh?
Big time.
What are the chances that it happens the week that more of the controversy?
Do you think it helped?
I wonder.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that. Do you feel like it fuels him?
You mentioned on a...
I don't think... It definitely doesn't hurt him.
It definitely doesn't hurt him. I think you mentioned on another episode that he probably enjoys being the villain.
Yeah.
And I agree with that because if that's the one thing that excels you to win or to make you put that fire or passion in you, then so be it, man. Yeah. You know, and I think that's what he's doing. Yeah. I think that's what's fueling him, and he's just telling people, shut up.
That's just it. You think a lot of people would become distracted by it. But, yeah, I think every good story needs a villain. We talked about it before, and there's no denying, whatever side of the fence you're on believing he cheated or not, you watch the performance he had last week, and there's no denying he's an incredible golfer.
Of course.
He's a talented golfer. It just is what it is. I think, and I'll keep going back to the same thing, my opinion is I think that part of why the heat continues to pour on is because he's not taking an incredibly apologetic, take towards it. It seems that he, it is what it is, and he's not really apologizing. But we had Peter Costas last week claiming he witnessed Patrick Reed cheat 4 times on 4 separate occasions, each time improving his lie. So it's going to be kind of like that. And then you had Koepka saying he's making sandcastles out there.
Right.
So
do you think he's the only one who's been improving their lie over the last 10, 20, 30 years? I mean, I'm not defending the guy, but...
Nowadays, with so many eyeballs, and now everyone's out there's got cell phones.
It's true.
It just seems like...
We've seen it on other tours where people
to
call in.
Yeah, people call in.
Yep.
I don't know. But, he was under very scrutinizing eyes, this especially on Sunday, as he was charging up the leaderboard. So I did not see an opportunity for him to do anything like that.
Hey, man, listen, with all those eyes on him and with all the headlines in the days leading up to it, he still went out there Sunday and beat probably some of the best in the world.
Right. So, look, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Like I said, it seems like it's doing nothing to deter him, if anything, just fueling him. Like I said, I personally would like to see a little bit more from him of an explanation of what's going on rather than, you know what I mean? Because you still look at that one incident that they caught on camera in the sand, and it would be very hard for me to believe a golfer of his caliber would have been unaware that he was touching the sand there.
Right.
I mean, these guys know what they're doing. It's just
100%.
It seems tough.
And Patrick, there's plenty of room on this couch if you want to come in and let's chat about it.
Let's talk about it. McIlroy, he played well, hit some big bombs. Did you see that distance, his stock distances
it's incredible.
At altitude?
It's incredible. I think he had a 200-yard 8-iron.
200 yard.
What was the driver? 360?
325 or something.
No, the driver was either 350 or 360.
They were his stock yardages.
Those are stock.
We also know he drove that.
He drove the
one
415 yard green.
Right. Oh God, must be something playing at altitude, right? But then we were watching too. Everybody was hitting gap wedge on what was it, 17, and that was like 160.
Yes,
and they were
160.
hitting gap wedge.
And there was one hole where JT went in the water. It was a par 3. He was playing 240 yards, and I believe they were hitting 7-iron.
Yes.
Into green. Like some were doing 6, and I think Ram came down to a 7-iron or club down. But I mean, it just shows you it's incredible.
It's incredible when you combine the power of those guys with playing at altitude like that. Was it 7,000 feet?
7,000.
So just it's.
Is there any other place higher than that they would ever play?
It's like, don't they come through Colorado?
I was going to say, do they ever go through Colorado? Or?
Trying to think what that other tournament was. I'm sure people
maybe different
will
tours.
Let us know in the comments.
Sure.
That's for sure. But like you said, John Rahm, he was on fire. Set a course record 61 on Saturday, and that included 9 birdies and an incredible hole-in-one on 17. Did you see his scorecard? It looks fake.
It does look fake.
Yeah.
It looks like a mini golf, but it's incredible.
9 birdies.
That's ridiculous.
And then he drained that hole-in-one.
Yes, he drained the hole-in-one, and to make that hole-in-one even better, listening to it in like the native language, it's great.
It is.
You know,
and they're doing like soccer calls.
I was going to redo it, but I would blow out every microphone in here.
But I thought that was just an incredible round. But what's even more impressive to me is that he could have a round of 61 and still not take that tournament.
Isn't that crazy?
We just saw him, and DeChambeau, we'll talk about in a second. Justin Thomas all kind of struggled a little bit. DeChambeau struggled more on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And then on Sunday, he was putting a little bit better, but Reed just slow and steady. And then I think on the back, he started the back 9 off on Sunday making 3 straight birdies.
Yeah.
And at that point, he got to a point where he was just uncatchable.
Right.
But speaking of DeChambeau, Bryson DeChambeau, he caught a little bit of heat on Saturday. Did you see this going around Twitter?
The green incident.
The green.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was upset with his putting.
That's it.
Look, and if you watched, and I was actually home sick with the flu last weekend, so I spent a lot of time on the couch. Yeah, maybe give it to the now. So I sit there and watched the round Saturday. If you watched it really closely, you saw he was hitting the ball well. He just wasn't putting.
Right.
If DeChambeau putt on Saturday like he putt on Sunday, that was his tournament.
Oh, easily.
He was able. The good news is he was able to turn it around.
Right.
His putting came back on Sunday, but Saturday, and they were tricky greens. Everybody was struggling with them. Fast. We saw a couple guys 3-putt from 8 feet.
Yeah, and what I thought was a really easy course, but the greens is probably their biggest defense there.
Incredibly challenging, but we saw that boil over with Bryson a little bit, and
he got ripped pretty hard for that.
He did,
and he should have.
He did.
I mean,
but could you imagine if he was Sergio Garcia, what he would have gotten?
Yeah. Yeah.
But look, Bryson's done this before. Well, not the exact same thing, but I remember he caught some heat for a handshake. Remember, kind of blowing off a handshake.
That's right. Yes.
Right. And then if you think about that, like he had to end up apologizing. So it's just showing a little bit of his emotions, wearing them on his sleeve, boiling over a little bit. Something like I said that Sergio is notorious for.
Right.
But
I know Bryson's an emotional guy. I remember that footage of him on the range at like Augusta. He was like hysterically crying.
Yeah.
Because he just couldn't hit good shots and he just couldn't figure out what was wrong.
Yeah.
Has any of you ever tried at the range?
Maybe on the course. Maybe
on the course.
Yeah. But look, just like Rahm, DeChambeau's a young guy, and I think that there's a lot of that with that youth. It takes that a little bit of experience. I think he'll start to mature a little bit and be able to.
I think so.
We just had Scott McCarron on the podcast. And he's talking about the same thing about in his youth, some of the stuff he would redo because his mental game is stronger now. The way he would handle
exactly.
things. He talked about how he handled his kind of meltdown at the Masters,
right,
and how he would handle it now. And I think a lot of these young guys learn from those older guys, but it takes time. Like the emotions, they just run hot. You're playing for a lot of money out there.
Absolutely.
So, like I said, he came back on Sunday, but it just wasn't quite enough. It got a little bit close at the end, but it wasn't quite enough to overcome, Patrick Reed's charge.
Like you said, slow and steady from Reed.
Yeah, but what I like to see that the first person to congratulate Reed was Bryson with a genuine congratulations.
That's great.
on that 18th green, and then you see that's some good sportsmanship there. Like I said, ultimately it was Reed on Sunday, Bryson, DeChambeau, JT fell back.
JT fell back, Rory fell back.
The way JT was playing Saturday, I really thought that was going to be his tournament to win.
Yep, then he put the ball in the water on that par 3, and That was it.
I think by the time I turned it on Sunday, he was +3, and he was just too far back. All right, Honda Classic. What do you think of this tournament?
Love it, because I love the course. I love the way it looks on TV. I've never been there. PGA National is a place that you and I have talked about going and filming.
100%.
Maybe even this year, we don't know. But the Bear Trap.
Bear Trap.
It's just wind and water.
Yeah.
You know,
water
that's it.
Everywhere. You look at this thing from the sky and you realize, and how many dreams have been shattered on that stretch. 15, 16, 17. It's known as among the most, if not the most demanding stretch of 3 holes on the PGA Tour.
Easily.
Another thing that I love about this is it kicks off the Florida swing.
That's right.
And the Florida swing is always a great set of tournaments to watch. So you've got
It
this,
is. You got Bay
the
Hill.
Arnold Palmer, which we're going to have some fun with on TWIG next week.
Here we are.
For sure.
That one's near and dear to our hearts, too.
Of course. You know, you got to play in the Pro-Am there. What is that, 2 years ago now?
2018, yeah.
2018.
March. 2 years.
And what a special place Bay Hill really is.
Really was. I mean, the only, I guess, wish I would have had is if Arnie was still alive, because I know he would have been there. He would have been at that pairing party. He would have been like a host, and it would have been great to shake his hand.
I tell you what, you feel him when you're there, though.
You do, 100%.
You go into that clubhouse, you know, it's Arnie's clubhouse.
Old cedarwood, you know, it's cool.
All
with the pictures.
All the pictures on the wall. And on top of that, I feel like all of the pros who come through there play with just a little bit more heart that week.
I think so, yep.
You know, just know, and it's genuine. You know, we got a chance to speak to some of them, see them firsthand when we were down there. The level of respect for what they have for Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
A lot of them are making livings playing golf now because of Arnold Palmer.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
So they understand that, and then everyone understands that's Arnie's house. On top of that, it's a terrific golf course that I'm still jealous, got to play.
Birdie number 6. I'll never ever forget that.
Yeah, what a beautiful course that is.
Yep.
And then after that, we go right to the Players.
That's right.
Right.
Wow,
so
it's a cool stretch.
It is a cool stretch when we're down in Florida. So
and
I'm
not far
excited
from
for
the
that.
Masters, so.
So notables in the field this week, we got Tommy Fleetwood, Koepka, Fowler, Justin Rose, and Victor Hovland.
How about that story?
How about that? And I'll tell you what,
for him.
first PGA Tour win, just came at the Puerto Rico Open, didn't take him that long.
It didn't take him long. I actually thought he should have had more wins before that one, just because he's been playing well when he came on last year, watching him in events like the Travelers, things like that. But, you know, I suffered with him. I mean, I'm sure you guys did too as amateur golfers. That chip shot that he chunked, and then the second one he chunked, that's us.
Right.
And he ended up winning the tournament. You know?
How do you not love this guy?
He's just,
he's always smiling.
He's goofy.
He's goofy.
Yeah.
He's having a good time. He talks like, you know, off the cuff.
Right.
Talking about how he sucks at chipping.
He sucks. I suck at chipping. That's what he said. He was honest. You see the photo of him in bed.
Yeah. Just smiling, going to bed. And
then
what did he do what was it, like not too long ago, a couple months ago, somebody said something, and he said, like, he goes, lay off the weed or something like that.
Because he always looks happy.
Right, or something, I don't know,
Something
whatever
like
it was.
that.
Yeah, he just always kind of speaking very informally. It's fun, it's relatable, like the guy. And I'll tell you what, it shows you the power of the class of up-and-comers on the PGA Tour.
Big time.
Right? So you had him, you had Matthew Wolff, who got his first PGA Tour win. It took him maybe 4 or 5 tournaments.
Do you remember the tournament now?
I'm sure you do.
3M Open.
3M Open. How about this one? Morikawa, right? Came up with them too.
Yes.
Do you remember his first win? Because it only took him 3, I think, to win.
Was he last year's Puerto Rico Open?
I couldn't tell you.
I think he was.
I don't have the answer here, fellas. But yeah, so you see that, those 3 guys already with wins. It just shows you they're validating all of that talent that we all felt like they did have. And it just shows you the strength of the field on the PGA Tour is only something that's going to continue.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest strength the PGA Tour has going for it right now in general is the strength of the field, the breadth of it.
Yep.
You know, and the fact that anybody can win. You know, when we played that game a couple of weeks ago here on TWIG, where you read off, you know, all the winners, they were all different.
They were all different.
It just shows you somebody different can win every week, and I think that always adds the excitement. All right, I want to talk about this tweet. Right?
Phil.
The tweet that caught fire. Take us through this with
So,
Phil Mickelson.
My wife bought a whole bunch of candles for the bathtub. And I noticed one of them was called Fireside. right? So you instantly know where my head went. So I was in there and I go, I have an idea. I go, I'm going to try to create some Twitter fire and see if I could just kind of get it Phil a little bit. So I took a pen, simple, I crossed out the F, I put PH, the way that Phil spells Fireside with Phil. And I threw it out there on Twitter, and I put a funny joke about like my wife got mad because she was like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing
I'm sure
that?"
she loved it, right?
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Her brand new candle.
Her brand new candle now says Fireside with a PH. But she, I put it out there, and then nothing, silence. A lot of people were hitting it. It was got a couple of good, instant likes and everything, a couple of retweets. And then I woke up like a week later. I woke up on a Saturday morning, and I went in there as like a little sneaky way from a separate Twitter account, one of the ones we have here at Golficity. And I just commented. I commented like Phil's a savage or something like that.
Right.
Sure enough, he must have been sitting on his couch because it said he responded from his iPad. It was 9 a.m. here. It must have been 6 a.m. on the West Coast, and he was sitting there in his bathrobe probably, and he responded with the well-played.
In his oversized couch.
In his oversized couch.
Yeah.
And to get that response, it was cool. Kind of made my day. You know what I mean? I mean, you get a guy like Phil who's like an ultimate great in the game, and be able to connect with these people through social media like that. It was really cool for that, and I think he ended up his comment back to me got like 400 likes, just his comment.
Yeah.
So then obviously mine started to shoot up towards 400, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. But
he is the gift that keeps giving when it comes to social media.
100%. Phil, you made my day.
Yeah.
Thanks for the response.
It's just, when I saw that too, I was like, this is too good.
Yeah.
This is too good.
Too good. Then my wife finally understood why I did it.
There you go. There you go. Now you got to shoot a fireside with your wife.
I will.
Yeah. And give us the whole playback, the replay. So that was pretty cool. Another interesting story on Golficity. Did you see the story with Justin Thomas and Michael Jordan?
I thought that was a great story.
Great story.
Yeah.
Which I hadn't realized there was any type of connection between
Either did I.
MJ
His father
and JT.
and Mike Thomas. Yep.
Right. So this is going back to when JT was caddying, right, at this club, and Michael Jordan used to come through, and I guess they had a mutual friend. The family had a mutual friend to Michael Jordan. Mutual friend, long story short, calls up JT's dad and says, "We'd love to play the course." So JT's dad gets him out there, and as they had played a couple times, JT would usually just be on the bag, or he would be a four caddy and helping out.
12?
He was a little bit older at that point. I think I remember seeing somewhere in his teens.
Okay.
So his later teens.
Okay.
So, but he's still a small guy.
Still
small
small
guy at the time. So somewhere along the line, Michael Jordan becomes aware of how good of a golfer JT is.
Right.
But he doesn't look like it. I mean, the kid's probably 115 pounds soaking wet, right? Whatever. So the competitor that he is, Michael Jordan, he tells his buddies, he says, at this time, he's calling JT Little Man, right? So he said, I'm going to take Little Man on my team, and any of you guys who want to play against us, let's play. So I don't know what they were playing for. I would imagine it was, you're right? So they're all laughing. They think it's a joke because they see this little man coming up to the tee box. Now he's walking up to play the tees they're playing, the back tees. And all Jordan's friends are like, no, don't worry, kid. You can play the forward tees. And JT goes, I'm all right from here.
I'm
set. He ends up making 4 birdies in 7 holes for them to win. And he said they never called him Little Man again after that.
Well deserving. Yeah, for sure. That's pretty cool, man.
Too funny.
So he hustled.
He hustled.
Jordan's a hustler.
Jordan hustled him.
Smart. I like it.
And you can just know, too. You can picture Jordan's face, the smile he had on his
Absolutely.
face as this kid was beating up his buddies.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. That's great.
But that's
good old MJ.
JT. I mean, JT was even playing at an incredibly high level even at that age.
I'm sure.
I mean, you see the old pictures of him with Jordan.
Yep.
Jordan Spieth.
Jordan Spieth,
Stuff like that. But yeah, he was already on his way.
Right.
And he just kind of came out the gate pretty hot.
Jordan was smart about that.
Yeah, he was.
It was a good move.
He was. Little man.
Little man.
Another thing we got this week, we're counting down the days to the Masters, right? Getting there really close. And Tiger, the other day, released a preview of his Masters menu, which we talked a little about. We speculated what it might be. And it's a heartbreaker.
For you.
It's a heartbreaker. Say it isn't so. The fajitas? Come on. You're going to have a whole table of fajitas? Everybody's got to assemble them?
Do you think they'll be assembled? Or you think they're physically? You're going to see like Gary Player making fajitas?
Is it a fajita if it's pre-assembled?
It might be a burrito.
Yeah, I think at that
or a
point,
taco.
It's something. But it's not a fajita.
Why? A fajita means you have to make it?
I'm under the impression that the fajitas...
There's construction that comes with a fajita.
There's construction
less construction with a burrito. Right?
Burrito, someone constructs it for you. You could construct your own burrito. For sure, you can construct your anything. You can make your own anything.
Right.
But
odds are you're making your own fajitas when you order them.
Right. If you order fajitas at a restaurant, it's not coming. pre-made for
Right,
you.
you're making them.
You're getting all the plates.
I'd love to see if those guys are pre-making them. I mean, making them themselves at the table. You
I
know, they're
want to see
getting the
them come
6
out there with
strand.
26 steaming of those things. You know what I mean? With the, everybody don't touch, it's hot. You know?
Yeah, all the waiters, don't touch that,
Don't touch that. It's hot. Excuse me, it's hot. So he's got some other stuff on the menu as well.
Yeah, he switched it up a little, right?
And I kid, of course, but I saw the fajitas and I was like,
Yeah.
is he punking me?
He's punking Frank right now.
punking me.
He heard.
So that was too much. Also, around Golficity this week, we have actually tomorrow. So make sure you guys subscribe with the notification bell. You're not going to want to miss this one. We have a new segment we're doing called Range Sesh, where we get to go out there on the range with some of our favorite people from the golf industry and hit some balls and chat, right? And we had a very special guest for our first ever episode. You're going to see this tomorrow. We had Garrett Clark from GM Golf. But as part of that, he showed you how to hit the stinger.
I've always wanted to learn, and I've always wanted to learn from him.
Yeah. If
So
there's anybody
perfect.
to learn from, either him or maybe Zach Radford.
That's right.
Those are the two stinger kings, I would say.
Two guys we collaborated with while we were down there.
That's right.
And we got the witness stingers from both of them.
So, what do you think? Do you think Mike could do it? Watch this clip and see.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. A lot of people get the stinger mistaken. It is a full move. Like a lot of people say, oh, play it super far back in your stance and then just punch it. But that's like so far from the truth. But like you gotta be hitting down on it for sure.
You got all that? Okay, you got this.
Dude,
Yes.
I'm telling you. Here.
Yes.
So, it's that easy. It's amazing. Cool. There you go. You got the stinger in the bag now.
There it is.
I love it. Good job.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad at all. Not
Almost
bad
feel like I
at
had
all.
it in the bag already.
Yeah. Now I've just ever since then I've been dying to get back out there and see you hit it again.
Yeah. I don't know. Like Garrett said, I mean, I do have a natural cut. That's the way the ball goes, and I am steep.
Right.
So I've got all the
Your
ingredients.
attack angle is down. So I found it interesting how he tees it up a little bit high with that 3-wood. So he's able to come down on it. Because the ball actually, the launch angle it's a negative launch angle.
Right.
The ball is actually starting down, it's the spin that brings it up.
Yes.
So what he had said was when you see some of those really dramatic ones, he's looking for tee boxes that are elevated and he can hit down. The tee box we had kind of came up a little bit, so it was interfering a little.
Right.
But I thought that was really interesting.
It was cool, and even more so when he talked about how a lot of people do think that a stinger is a punch shot.
Right, which I thought.
So did I. I just thought that's the only way to keep it low and back foot.
I'm
punch
playing
shot.
off the back foot. I actually put a lot of my weight back. He's like, no,
Right,
it's
but
all
that's a
forward.
full swing, man. I mean, it's nuts.
Yeah. So give it a try at home, and
I'm just happy I did
let
it.
us know if you can do it. I thought I was definitely impressed. But don't miss the video. Garrett talks more about how he pulls off his epic trick shots, including one that went so viral this year. Saw it on every news channel.
Every news channel, every sports channel, and even the fun little quick 9 we did with him at the end of that video, just like learning a little more about him personally.
Yes.
You guys will love to hear that.
and you're just a terrific guy. So you'll see all of that in the video tomorrow. Make sure you stay tuned. You'll be able to see that on YouTube, Facebook, and on Golficity. So don't miss that one. But let's jump over to our unboxing segment.
Okay.
Right. So we actually did this the other day. We had a whole lot of stuff piling up here in the office. Couldn't wait any longer to get it unboxed. And there's some really interesting stuff in there, some fun stuff that came in. So let's hop over to our unboxing segment now, and then we'll come back and talk about that giveaway. Who doesn't like unboxing some stuff? Seriously. But this one here, starting right with the Tour Striker Planemate, right? You guys saw the video just a couple days ago with Mike getting the chance to use it. And then inevitably a bunch of you had questions and you said, how has it been working with it? And we said, we don't know because we didn't have it in just yet. We got that quick walkthrough, but we want to get some time to use it. So they sent us one. And in fact, Mike, these things have been so hot. They're completely sold out right now.
They are.
Right?
Let's fire that open.
Yeah, I want to take a look at this here.
See how
So
it comes.
here, you want to put it up here where you can see it?
Look at this. I'll just rip this open.
So this was one of the hottest items, certainly one of the hottest training aids at the PGA show this year.
Here's the belt.
There's
Goes
the
around
belt,
side.
super sturdy construction. I mean,
And
it's
the
not-
2 levels of resistance.
Two
How
le-
easy
so,
is that?
so this thing too, what I like about it, and from what we're initially seeing, like I said, we haven't had a lot of hands-on time with it, but hopefully we will now going forward, is that it gives you that physical feedback. Because a lot of people can try to describe what the swing should feel like,
Right.
and things like this. This gives you some really physical feedback, and I really like that. But like I said, I don't want to jump too much into it because we haven't had too much of a hands-on experience. We did know they were sending one of these. We've been kind of bugging them for one, and now we got one. So
This is going to be great.
yeah.
I can't wait to get over into that sim when it goes up and use this.
This
weekend
one
and
we will
get-
provide you guys with regular updates on how it goes working with it because, like I said, it's had so much interest.
This is from Next Shot Golf.
Next Shot. This came from Rich Kang, who's the founder and designer of Next Shot Pro. And he says he's been designing and developing it for the last 2 years as a way for him to help himself and others improve their short game. So it's a chipping.
This is going to be awesome here in the office. Rich, first of all, I haven't even opened it yet, and I can tell you right now, quality, really nice. Let's see, there's 3 zippers. Looks like, here are the balls. Look at that. Perfect for the office so we don't break any windows. Feel those.
Oh yeah.
So we could chip.
So this folds down. The cup looks
This
like
probably
down.
pops out, right?
Let's see. It's our first time looking at this. So if we're getting any of it wrong, you just let us know. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
We got
Let's
another
see.
piece there, the chipping mat.
Yeah, so you got a chipping mat that goes with it.
All right, now we're talking. Office games.
Oh, very cool.
Very cool.
So we get to practice our chipping a little bit.
Probably hard to keep it in here too, right?
I bet it is.
It's going to take some soft
I like
finesse.
this.
This is really nice.
Yeah.
Richard, thank you.
This
Yeah.
one's a surprise, right?
This is a
We don't know
surprise.
what this is. Let's see.
We don't know what it's.
Oh, what is this?
Oh.
Oh, I think someone knew we'd be
Wait a
traveling.
minute. It seems a little heavy. Heavy on the inside.
How cool is that? Check this out.
Whoa.
Over here.
Just check this out. Ready? We're just going to empty it out right on this table. Oh, we've got some new gloves from Titleist.
Oh, this
Look
makes
at
my day.
this. Look at this.
This is sick. This is sick, dude.
This-
Look. This is sick.
Oh, wait, there's another one. And then there's another one.
How cool is that? Wow.
More gloves.
Oh,
Can't never
they
have
know
enough.
us. They know what we like. Hats, right? Look at that.
this. Look
The
at
blue robe,
this.
the gray
Look
robe.
at
And the black. That is cool.
Titleist, you guys are awesome.
Let's do a quick swap out right now.
Oh, and the handwritten note.
That's so cool.
This is really cool. Really awesome. To Team Titleist and everyone there, thank you for this. This is a cool little care package.
Well, I know what's going to be my carry-on when we go to Pinehurst in a couple weeks.
What am I going to do? I guess I got to write my name on it. Silver marker.
There you go. All right,
Alrighty.
cool. We got one more thing. This one, we know who they're from.
We know who they're from, and we know exactly what they are. It turns out looks like they are the same colors, too, so we're still going to have those
We're
same
still going to have the same problems. New year, new bag,
New
right?
bag, who dis? You
New
ready?
year, new bag. New bag, who dis?
Let's go.
I start now.
Wow.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, mine's still in the bag. Oh, that's awesome.
How cool is this?
That's awesome. That's cool. That is going to look sick with those new head covers.
This is amazing.
But
wow. And the same
really
head
cool.
covers.
Look at
It's
some of
gonna-
the detail there. You can see some of the detail down here.
travel top, rain top, whatever you want to call it.
About 1 billion pockets.
And you know what's great too? They're so much lighter than
Waterproof pocket. These,
You know.
this is really light.
You know, those caddies.
The caddies,
They're going to be loving us
they'll
now.
hate us a little bit less. All right, so
Awesome stuff.
mail time. Another fun and successful mail time. Always appreciate everybody who takes the time to send us something. It's can't tell you how much we appreciate it.
Dude,
it's
what's
always
better?
fun.
What's better than it? And honestly, if you have anything you want to be featured here on Twig, on Mail Time, on whatever, let us know.
Let us know. Send it to us. Yeah, great stuff. All right, cool. Let's head back over. All right, so here it is. One lucky viewer is going to win this Titleist bag. Same one we got. We're going to be gaming these this year. It's an
So nice.
incredible bag. Super light, super, detail all the throughout it, the pockets, everything like that. And I love the color scheme. It
Really
does come in a couple other colors. If you check out Titleist website, I've since looked at it, but I like the black, red, and white.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. It's sleek. It's the 4 Plus.
Yep.
A lot of great little compartments. They added some new elements to it. And I'm digging it, I'm really am. It's a lot lighter than the last
Super
bag
light,
we had.
super light.
So
Yeah,
it's going to be fun.
It's going to be caddy friendly, like we said. So make sure you guys hit that link. You're going to see all the ways you can enter to win this. We've got multiple ways you can enter. Excited to give it away. And shout out to everybody who was watching a little bit of the unboxing that we did on our social as we were doing
Yes.
that. We did the story, and a couple of you messaged us and said, are you doing a giveaway? And we said, stay tuned, because whenever we get something, we try to give something back. So we're going to be giving that away. So stay tuned for that. The other thing I wanted to quickly mention in the unboxing, the Tour Striker Planemate.
Awesome. See it right over there. Yes.
Yep. I've been practicing with it a little bit over there, and I'll tell you what, we'll continue to give updates on that.
Yeah, I'm going to try to use it today. I'm going to try to use it a little bit in here, especially when the sim comes in. I think that should be part of our weekly routine.
A couple swings on it a day, you get that feel, which shows you why it's so hot. I'm not sure if they're still sold out at the moment. I know they were completely sold out. There was a lot of attention on them from the PGA show this year. And we've got a little video on Golficity of you with Martin
got a lot of love too.
Checking that out.
Check that out. And it's funny. We're talking about trying to keep the swing intact. The stinger shot, you just saw that last stinger shot when I dropped the club and walked off. That was the last time I physically struck a golf ball.
Yeah.
And that was January 24th. So we're a month without even striking a ball. We got to get out there.
I got that real deep seasonal affective disorder right now.
Yes, exactly.
We got to get outside. But we will soon enough. And then, like I said, next week we're going to be doing a special here on TWIG for the Arnold Palmer Invitational. We're going to have a little fun. We're going to bring Ronnie back.
Yeah,
a
Ronnie's
lot of
been
you
out
guys really enjoyed Ronnie. So we're going to bring him back for that. We're going to have some fun. But thank you to everybody who sent everything in for mail time. If you do have anything you want us to test out, send it our way. We're happy to take a look. And that's everything we have for you guys this week. So good luck in the giveaway. And don't forget, if you're anywhere near Philadelphia, Friday, April 3rd, make sure you register for your free spot. Like I said, we're going to have food, we're going to have drinks, we're going to have some competitions.
That's right.
We're going to have giveaways. It's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a stacked night. Lots going on.
Stacked is the word. And just to let you know, Chicago, Baltimore, and New York are all in talks for later on in the year.
Yes,
So stay
yes.
tuned.
A couple of you have messaged when we're going to get there. We're working on all those dates, and you guys will be the first to hear them. So make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss those announcements, and good luck in the giveaway. We'll see everybody again next week.